Record high inflation has been one of the biggest economic and personal finance stories of 2022. Everything from fuel to food to transportation has become more expensive in many countries around the world over the past year. But what is driving it? In the UK, for example, rocketing price rises have caused a cost of living crisis, with inflation hitting a 41-year high of 11.1% in October. The economic implications of Brexit, political instability, and former Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng's disastrous mini-budget, combined with the energy and food crisis triggered by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, have stretched household budgets to their limits, with millions unable to afford to pay heating bills or daily living expenses. Across the pond, there was a sigh of relief as US inflation slowed to 6% in November after hitting a peak of 9.1% in June. Although inflation started rising in August 2021, the US Federal Reserve sat on its hands, insisting that it was transitory, and it was only this year that the Fed finally started raising interest rates to rein in inflation. But it's not just the US and the UK experiencing record inflation. Almost half the world experienced double-digit or even triple-digit inflation in 2022, according to Visual Capitalist. This year alone, 43% of countries globally face inflation above 10%, it said. Zimbabwe has the highest inflation rate in the world at 269%, followed by Lebanon at 162% and Venezuela at 156%. Other countries experiencing hyperinflation include Syria at 139%, Sudan at 103%, and Argentina at 88%. High energy and food costs driven by Russia's war in Ukraine and a global supply chain crunch caused by continued lockdowns in China are primarily pushing up the cost of living around the world. The sharp appreciation of the US dollar, the world's reserve currency, is also worsening the cost of living crisis in emerging markets and developing economies. There's no doubt that 2022 has been a difficult year for the global economy and our personal finances. But what is the outlook for next year? According to the International Monetary Fund, global inflation peaked at 8.8% this year, but it is expected to drop to 6.5% in 2023 and then dip to 4.1% in 2024 as economic headwinds ease and begin reining in the cost of living crisis.